is Corrine, and today my presentation will be about human trafficking. So some quick history, human trafficking is just modern slavery. So the slavery started in the 1400s with the Europeans, and they traded slaves to Africa and the Portuguese. So the 13th Amendment was to free all of the slaves, but we have human trafficking as modern slavery, so technically all the slaves are not free. So 1904, they had the White Slave Trafficking Act, and that's like to protect all white prostitutes, basically. They didn't talk about protecting all black prostitutes or all the black women who were trafficked, but they talked about protecting all the white slave trafficking. And then we have 1932, that is the confrontation that the Japan had to, basically Japan had a whole bunch of slaves down there, and so they was trying to get women to get trafficked over there during World War II. So what is human trafficking? Human trafficking is modern day slavery, basically what I just said, but it involves the use of force or fraud or coercion to take women and basically sell them for sex, or they take children and child labor. Statistics. So 55% of girls and women are human trafficked and 26% of children. Overall, it's a $150 billion industry worldwide. So different types of trafficking is child trafficking, sex trafficking, forced labor, bonded labor, organ removal trafficking, and debit and bondage, but I'm only going to be talking about the top three, and that's child trafficking, sex trafficking, and forced labor. So child trafficking. So there's different types of child trafficking. The children, they have sex child tourism, and that's basically just having children in like pornography and having children sold for sex as like younger prostitutes. And then they have child soldiers. That's when they send children out into the military to basically go fight in war. They become spies. They become, they basically do involuntary service as children. And then they have forced child labor, and that's basically making children do hard work in poor conditions. So sex trafficking is mainly women, and this is like the top type of trafficking there is. So sex trafficking is any type of sexual activity that they do, but women is like the main people that they do it with, because of course they can't do men because they're not going to get them that easy. So they do things like prostitute, they sell women in order to get a home or drugs or some type of food. Forced labor. So forced labor is mainly men and mainly children men who basically have to go to, well, they get sold to do fishing and agriculture and basically hard type of work, so hardship of work. So victims before and after. So social network, they get victims through social network, they get victims through homes, bars, school. Basically these people, or the traffickers slash like pimps, because they call them pimps, these people see like, they get people who are poor or people who need hardship and like people who are looking for a home basically. So anybody who seems like they're mentally not there or they really just need some type of protection, these are the type of people that they go for. So 85% of those were sexually abused as children. So children or adults who are sexually abused are easy targets for them. Or 90% of victims will 90% of victims are like people who they get at bars, like old prostitutes. People who are already inside that type of industry, they get them, but this time they actually force them to do these things, and this time they actually hurt these people. And these are my sources. Thank you.